Hello everyone! As many players asked me about my build that I am running Gauntlet with, it's time to show you full details of that build. Let's see damage on a training demi first. $100 million in 30 seconds. That's pretty damn good damage. Okay, let's see the breakdown. 70 million from the Shadow's Edge only. That's good. Okay, let's dive into the build details now. For my head, I'm using Horns of the Hexed. Siphon Blood is no longer channeled and now moves with you, dealing damage and draining the life of nearby enemies. Siphon Blood damage increased by 18%. For my chest, Teeming Grotto. Swarm of Bats also destroys enemy armor, increasing the damage they take by 19% for 3 seconds. For my shoulders, Torture and Torment. Swarm of Bats now causes a small swarm of bats to cycle you. When you use a primary attack, a bat swoops down and bites enemies. Swarm of Bats damage increased by 18%. For my pants, Bloody Vaults. Swarm of Bats increases in damage by 15.2% up to 60.8% for each negative status the target has. For my first main hand, Cruel Vendetta. Shadow's Edge damage increased by 38%. For my first offhand, Mooncall. Shadow's Edge also increases your primary attack speed by 10% for 2 seconds for each enemy hit, stacking up to 3 times. Shadow's Edge damage increased by 9%. For my second main hand, Broken Corkscrew. When Siphon Blood damages the same enemy 3 times, it causes them to hemorrhage, dealing 7,968 additional damage. Damage increased by 90%. And for my second offhand, Mercy's Plight. Shadow's Edge now marks enemies, causing them to erupt for 35,677 additional damage when reach 4 marks. Damage increased by 90%. As you can see with my legendary gear, as you will see now, my gear from Magic, it's full of primary attack damage, critical hit damage, beneficial effect duration, and critical hit chance. All my gear has primary attack damage, critical hit chance, or critical hit damage. As my gems, I'm using Bottle Hope, Blood-Soaked Jade, Pain Claps, Sipping Bile, Berserker's Eye, Mother's Lament, Viper's Bite, and Hovler's Call. For my secondary gear, I'm using 4 pieces of Vitus Urge and 4 pieces of Shalba. My Reliquary, it's full of Fortitude and Strength. Cursed properties, 4 pieces of Lashed. Your primary attack now has a chance to generate 3 cracking whips that target nearby enemies and deal 24% of your damage per second over 3 seconds to any enemies in their path. Additionally, when an enemy dies while still taking damage from a whip, it will explode for 12% of your damage. Effect cannot occur more often than once every 15 seconds. With my charm, I have bonuses for all my skills. As skills, I'm using Shadow's Edge, Siphon Blot, Shroud of Night, Swarm of Bats, and Transfusion. From Warband Room, Attacke, that gives damage done increase by 3.5%. As a Paragon, Weaver. Okay, now you know full details of that build. If you like that build or has any ideas how to increase the damage, please let me know in the comments below. Thank you for watching, have an absolutely fabulous day and see you in the sanctuary.